Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. On today's video, we'll be going over how do we keep track of our dives after each dive. Well, we have a dive logbook right here, and what this shows is all of our dives that we've done. And what this does is it shows you on the page here. It shows you the water temp, the air temp, and if we was wearing and also that we was wearing wetsuit, boots. It shows you that we have to keep track of our dives. At each dive, we go into this book here, and or dive computer. But we have that it shows you in here. It shows you that we have to put in the time we enter the water, the time we exit the water, what's the bottom temp, what's the air temp, and what's the water temp, and we put in, if you have a dive computer or whatever, like so and so like that, and then we have what's the visibility like, and we have the air temp, surface temp, bottom temp, and stuff. It's very important that we keep we keep our logs. This is how we log our dives after each dive. It's from our logbook or from our dive computer. Like if you have a dive computer, you can keep track of your dives on there. We also have the book here too, the logbook. It's similar to like truck driving. It's similar to how they do it. You get their logs. It's similar to that, but we have the logbook here. But we have never ever talked about this on my channel before. We have never talked about this on my channel, and it's like I talk about everything else, but this. So yeah. Basically this is what we use to keep track of our dives. Now each book is different from open water divers. See, mine it's for Patty, but some professional divers now may not have this kind of book. They may have a book that's the logbook that's different. But you can keep track of your dives on your dive computer as well. But yeah, this is our logbook for us that I use, and I also use the dive computer too. But this is basically what we do. Is we have the book right here that tells you that then you put your time in, time out that we have. It's very important that we do. So what time we went in and what time we came out of the water, and we also do that too because we want to make sure we keep track of our dives, because it's very important that we keep track of our dives. So that's why we do that. So that way we can go back and then we put down in the stuff that we saw down there. If you're at the koi now, like if you're at the koi and do this, you can get your stamp right there. It says you have your stamp right there. After each dive, you just go over there and get your stamp. But if you can't get over there, but if you can't get up to the snack bar to get your logbook stamp, you can always have the dive shop do it. Like I have, like if I can't get up there to do it, I usually have my friend over at PDR do it for me. I can have the dive shop, PDR, professional diver resources do it for me too. Stamp it, and it just proves that it was diving that day, and it just proves, yep, and then they, signs it, and then you have the verification down at the bottom here, you can have them sign your book for you. You can have them sign your book for you right there. That just from a dive buddy or from an instructor. If you're in class doing it, then you have the instructor sign it. Sign the logbook and say, hey, you was diving that day. Yep, that I was with you that day and stuff. So yeah, that's self-explanatory on that one. But yeah, but it's very important that we have this, and it's like, but yeah. So it's very important that you have this on logbook. And normally you get these when you sign up for class, for to becoming a diver. And so yeah, so it's very, very important you keep track of all your dives with this, or with this little thing on your right here. And on this computer right here is a dive computer, so that also keeps track of your dives too. That you can transfer stuff from here onto your logbook, so you can transfer stuff from here onto here. So that's what you can do too. You transfer all that onto there from your computer. So it's nice because if you don't, because it's not. I'm nice if you come out of the water and you don't have time to do your logbook. All of your logs will be stored on that dive computer, so that way you can go back later on when you get home. You can go back later on and just do that. You can just copy from your dive computer, go back into your dives, and just copy from your dive computer to your logbook. So that way you can keep track of all your dives on here or on your dive computer. And me personally, I like this, the old-fashioned way. But dive computer is nice too, because in case you forget to bring this with you, you still have your dive computer there that can more or less act as a backup. So until you get home, so then that way, so you get home, you can go home, you come home and fill out the logs from your from dive computer. And this comes in handy because then you can check out how how the water depth was. You can say, well, it was like visibility of 10 feet in front of you. There have been times that I've gone down to the koi and we couldn't see a thing in front of us. Like recently when I went down there, you couldn't. At one dive I went on, you couldn't even see in front of you. So that's how bad the water was. So that's why we put in our logbook here that hey, the water depth. On the water visibility was like maybe 10 feet. Not like 9-10 feet in front of you. Basically, I basically couldn't even see what was in front of you. So yeah, that's why we on my logbooks that way we can go back in and look at this and determine and say, well, okay, on this day the water visibility was about 10, like I say, like one dive I did back on August 22nd, 2020. That was 88-degree water. Where the air was 88 degrees. The air was, and then the visibility was like 10 feet. Yeah, like 10 feet. I called it. I was right. So yeah, that's why we have our logbook here. So that way we can go back. It's very important that we have this. And so that way it's very important that we have this. So that way we can go back in to a logbook and do all that. and that way I'm in work. So that's so hopefully that was so hopefully that that I mean hopefully you're gonna understand it. But if you have any questions, comments, please put them down in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. But if you like this, please hit that like button. Please smash the like button, and then make sure you hit that subscribe button to turn on those post notifications that we don't miss a single upload. And I hope you all having a wonderful evening, and stay safe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.